you.
Thank you, Robin. You know, it's worth reflecting a minute. We just heard, this is being teed up. This is being teed up once again. It's that old, we've dealt with this issue before, right? It's the environment versus jobs. It's being teed up that way. I just want to talk about jobs for a second, because let's acknowledge the work that we've done in this region and what the real effect on jobs will be. We already heard one effect, shellfish, right? Fishermen, that's one effect on jobs. We know how to create jobs here in a clean way. We're building more windmills than we've ever built before. We actually have to turn them off sometimes. We have so much energy, right? That creates jobs. We put people to work in our neighborhoods, insulating homes, you know, caulking windows, taking care of crawl spaces. And we're creating hundreds and hundreds of jobs in the city right now that saves people money, makes our neighborhoods better. And we're creating jobs that way. We have manufacturers in SoDo that build things. I was just approached by folks who want to double the number of employees at Filson that makes clothing. You know, we have companies like Cascade Designs, Feathered Friends, Alchemy Goods. We got people that make stuff here. We got people that make boats and planes, right? And we're going to get in their way. We're going to have those coal trains going, and we did a traffic impact analysis, and those trains will clog up SoDo and clog up the waterfront and hurt our jobs-producing businesses. In fact, we have started an economic impact analysis to get at the bottom of this. So don't be fooled about the jobs argument. It's just not so. We know how to create jobs, and we know how to create jobs in a clean and sustainable way. We know how to do that. In fact, we're a leader at it. We're a leader at that. And it's worth pointing out that clean and sustainable way, right? We heard about all the coal dust that will come off these trains. You know, we're committing right now to remove 50% of the toxins from the Duwamish River with our early actions, and we'll keep going to remove all of the toxins from the Duwamish River. Do we really want coal trains rolling by, dumping coal dust back in the Duwamish River again? Right? Do we really want it landing here in our parks and our kids? You know, here's another thing we've been working on. We've been trying to make it easier. I mentioned mobility, and I was just talking about mobility for port, mobility for manufacturers, mobility for industry. But how about just getting around for people? Right? How about that? We just got our report from Commute Seattle. Number of people getting to downtown by bus, train, walking, biking is going up. We're getting around better, and we're getting around in healthier ways, in ways that clean the air, make it easier for people to get activity into their daily lives. We're building neighborhood greenways and safe routes to school for our kids to walk. Right? Do we want to clog that up? Do we want to make them breathe coal dust on the way? Absolutely not. So health, transportation, jobs, but of course there's the environment. We can be really proud here in Seattle of all the things we've done. And I know there are people from outside the region, and it's a Pacific Northwest thing. We like our quality of life. We like our clean air. We like our clean water. And we believe we can lead. We believe we can lead. Right? We stopped buying, in the city of Seattle, we stopped buying our energy from the Centralia coal plant. And we are 100% carbon-free utility. And that's leadership. In the city of Seattle, I've asked our pension board and our financial managers to divest from all of their fossil fuel holdings. That's what it means for a region to lead about the future we want. When we do that, why would we want to export dozens of Centralias overseas? Why would we do that? It doesn't make sense. We know how to have jobs, we know how to have quality neighborhoods, we know how to have clean air, we know how to have healthy places, we know how to have a beautiful Puget Sound, and none of it includes coal trains. So you keep doing what you're doing. You keep doing what you're doing. I'll keep doing what I'm doing. We're reaching out to mayors across the state. The impacts we're talking about locally are impacts that are felt in communities up and down the rail line. And I've already reached out, and we're bringing together mayors from around the state to talk about this. We've reached out to our fellow governments and the tribes. We've met with them and spoken to them, and for them it's even deeper than that. It's cultural. These are their lands. These are their places. This is where they buried their ancestors. And for them, it's deeply, deeply personal. And they've asked me to share this with you. And they are committed to working on it too. So we can point the way to a better place. And it starts right here with you. It starts right here with rallies like this. Keep it up, and thank you for everything you do to make this place a better place.
Now, for those of you here today who want to be part of our walking train, we're going to walk about a mile.